Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Hager number 270C kick-down door holder. This is a piece of cast iron kick-down door holder. A lot of people like this because, well, quite frankly, it's heavy. Weighs 3/4 pound for sure. Well, not quite, but 7/10 of a pound. It's heavy. Cast iron material. The S3 is a reference to the finish. S3 in Hager speak is a sprayed bronze or a light bronze sort of color. This is a 3 13/16 arm dimension is what this is. And that is a reference to from the center line of the axle to the bottom of the unit. 3 13/16. Okay. Let's go over the rest of the dimensions. Well, you know what? There's an image below this video to a document called Cut Sheet. Let's take a look at that quick. Okay, it doesn't give us much, just a tear sheet from Hager. The overall height when it's installed is going to put you right at about, 4 7/8. Overall width of the base plate, inch and a half. Overall height, about 2 3/16. Overall projection, and it's not such a widely asked question, but your projection is about 1 3/8. Okay. The threaded tip that you have here, because this is the one that doesn't take a screw through it like the Hager 270 and their 271D model. Okay. This, of course, is available in, let's talk about that tip for a moment, which is a 270CR, that replacement tip, which I happen to have one here, well, which I've removed from that unit. That's available as a standalone item as well. And if you simply search 270CR, you'll come up and find it. They're sold in bags of 6. Okay. This is available in 3 sprayed finishes. So the S3 is the light bronze, the S1 is the aluminum finish, and the S2 is going to be a sprayed brass finish. So it will be this, but a more gold metallic sort of tone. There is nothing dark bronze, unfortunately. This would be the darkest version that you'd get your hands on from Hager. There is, below this video, a short extended description explaining the item, the dimensional properties, the arm length, center line to the bottom. It's cast iron. Screws are included. Number 6 by 3/4 inch oval head screws and a complementary finish. There is that link below this video to the cut sheet, which is just really a tear sheet from the catalog. Now, proper installation of this item and where you would use it first and foremost is going to be a standard sort of installation, somewhere where you expect to have a not insignificant volume going through the door. People like this model because it's heavy and it's inexpensive. Okay, for me, in my experience, the weak point of all of these items is, of course, always that rolled pin that's in there, and then, of course, the flat spring that's behind here, the horn or the elbow that is right here. That's what connects to that spring that's there, keeping the item open. One of those 2 points generally fail eventually with enough use or even abuse. But the bottom line is they're inexpensive and of very good quality. Proper installation of this is going to see the rubber stop completely flush with the ground. You don't want it like this where you're prematurely wearing this end away, or like this where you're prematurely ending this away. You're going to want to be sure that your installation, when the door's open or held open at the degree of opening that you want the door to be actually held open at, accomplishes the bottom of the door to the center line of your holes where you will mark, center punch, and then pre-drill for the screws, the condition by which the door will be flush in that sort of scenario. Now, keeping in mind, if there's a door closer, and there probably is, you'll have a little bit of kickback, so you might want to preload that a little bit because the door will naturally pull a little bit because of that closer that's on there. So keep that in mind as well. Question somewhat infrequently, nonetheless, how far over from the end of the door. Well, I mean, that's 2 inches. If you've got a piece of hardware that you need to get around, you might have a kick plate that you'll actually need to mount it on top of any other condition. You'll want to take an audit of the door opening itself before you move forward drilling holes for this. Now, the name Hager is synonymous with all things trim and auxiliary hardware related, not only door stops, but push and pull hardware, kick plates, things of that nature. But they have become, over the last several years, the most comprehensive single manufacturer of items, manufacturer and importer of builders hardware. They have an ever-growing comprehensive spectrum of hardware, not only obviously trim and auxiliary hardware, but weather stripping, sliding door track and hangers that you'd use in residential, pocket, bifold, bypass, and commercial applications as well. Of course, they have exit devices, lock sets, door closers, many other items, signage, filler plates that you would use in steel doors and frames. But it's their namesake, Hager hinge, that they're most widely known for. Everything as it pertains to commercial, institutional, residential, industrial hinges. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up that full line product catalog and review all things Hager. If you have more than an occasional need for commercial builders hardware, by all means familiarize yourself with their product catalog. There are contractors that we have that have become very dependent on the predictable, reliable Hager quality. Lock sets, large jobs that a client has many options when it comes to grade 2 lever locks, and the name Hager comes up as a preferred sort of option. If you have any questions on the Hager 270C in an S3 sprayed light bronze kickdown cast iron door holder or any other Hager product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.